We're embarking on a 20-week adventure designed to fundamentally change the success trajectory of your practice, and in the process, perhaps your life. On this journey, you are the only one that can decide whether to be a passive observer or an engaged participant. We challenge you to jump in, be engaged, or, as you will come to learn, be the 20. Let's set appropriate expectations for our journey's destination by looking at nature. For millennial nature has fine-tuned the art of competition. For some, nature's lesson boils down to predator and prey, winner and loser, nothing in between. This path leads to winners, constantly looking over their shoulder to stay leader of the pack. It creates an unsettling paranoia that someone is out to get you, because when there is only eat or be eaten, there is always a competitor out to get you. Deeper observation revealed a secret alternative to eat or be eaten, hidden in the work of a 20th century economist. This alternative invites you to join the ranks of the successful as opposed to defeating them. This alternative is one of choosing to be included with the industry's top earners, the rainmakers. Is it that simple? Nothing ever is. If our journey stopped here, we'd be no different than the miscreants that promise the world using a one-trick pony approach. An approach that successfully only drains your bank account. It's not that simple. But it is incredibly possible once you learn the secret published in 1920 by Vilfredo Pareto. Pareto made two totally unrelated observations with a quirky commonality. His observations became a mathematical model and forever changed the perspective of distribution of resources to accomplish results. Success or failure, meager survival or abundance. In modern times, his observational and mathematic discovery has been featured in no less than Forbes, Intuit, Indeed, the American Academy of Family Physicians, Investopedia, Lifehack.org, HubSpot, and countless more heavyweights in vastly diverse industries. Curious? Pareto observed the Italian aristocracy owned 80% of the wealth and that their population represented only 20% of Italy's total population. His second observation was radically different, but revealed the same universal relationship. 20% of his garden's beanstalks generated 80% of his harvest. Talk about unrelated observations, but each highlights how 80% of something in any area of nature, science, politics, or business is driven by only 20% of something else. It is universal. The 80-20 rule was born. 80% of an iceberg hangs below the surface unseen. 20% is above the surface. Does that matter? Ask the captain of the unsinkable Titanic after colliding with the submerged 80% of an iceberg. Ignore the 80-20 rule at your own peril. Back to our journey. Investopedia states, a goal of the 80-20 rule is to identify inputs that are potentially the most productive and make them the priority. Simple. If 20% of marketing drives 80% of success, focus on that 20%. Frustrating. How do you find that 20% among all the conflicting claims? A coach or a trainer is the fastest way to navigate to and implement the 20% of marketing choices that place you among those earning 80% of the revenue. Of course, you know that. It's why you are here. For just a moment, assume it's true. Now, imagine your lifestyle after creating an engine that consistently attracts new clients to the firm on autopilot, driving you into the top 20% of marketers in your field, collectively earning 80% of the market share. How would you choose to enjoy success? How would it affect your firm, your family life, your leisure time, and the toys in your driveway and the places you would vacation to? Imagine yourself if you had a coach that led you directly to the 20% of online activity, implementing a strategy pushing your firm into the top 20% where only a few share 80% of the market. How is your practice going to change once you are among the top 20% of law firms in your region, instead of being among the 80%, scraping over the remaining 20% of business? Now, cement that success picture in your mind. That's your life and practice 20 weeks from now when you become one of the 20. It's time to be the 20. I make 2 promises. I promise that if you participate, by at the end of the next 20 weeks, you absolutely will deploy the top 20 drivers of online success for your firm. I promise that if you participate, by at the end of your journey, you will be engaged in activity putting your firm among the top 20% of law firms enjoying their share of 80% of their market. There is no one magic pill turning you into a rainmaker. That's just garbage spewed by the likes of those that sell a magic pill that will turn you into a fitness model with 0 effort. Isn't it time to get serious about investing in what works? Like a fitness model, there is no magic pill, but there is a committed strategy that creates success. Proceed with certainty that you are engaged in the 20% of activities which capture 80% of the business. Have clarity that you are destined to be the 20. The first step on our journey is acknowledging there's real work to do. We will be giving you the map. It's up to you to ignore distracting bright, shiny objects calling for your attention, at least until after the foundation work. Earning your place in the top 20% is not the end of the journey. It is the start of a new lifestyle, a fresh start, breathing new life into your firm. It could also be the start of our next adventure, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get started. Be the 20.